right, Cassie, he's just looking for a little respect in his marriage, but is he going too far?
He writes, I need the opinions of aviation geeks and pilots on a matter involving my wife. And then in all caps, I am completely serious and I need help.
Ooh, okay.
My wife and I, together 5 years, married for 2, no kids, have an amazing, happy relationship. I can't recall a single time we've ever argued to the point of a breakup or divorce. This issue, however, is causing me to reconsider the health of our relationship. Since my wife and I have been together, I have worked as a manager for a restaurant chain. I am an extremely passionate aviation enthusiast in my free time. I have spent thousands of dollars on flight textbooks, simulation gear, and even built my own A330 setup. It's a plane. I have never actually flown a plane or started flight training, but I have considered it for a long time. Even though my skills are not a career, I still consider myself as adept or possibly more knowledgeable than the average pilot.
That is a bold statement.
All right. Wow.
That being said, here's where the problem arises. My wife and I were invited to one of her male coworkers' houses for a barbecue. My wife is a senior software tech for a COVID startup. She's worked there since 2020, a lucky catch after she was laid off from her previous job due to the virus. It was my first time meeting many of her now close coworkers due to COVID, and we were working from home. I had assumed she talked about me before, but as we were cycling through introductions, I became less sure. We make our way down the line to the host of the party, a new male hire that she has grown platonically close with. We exchange casual conversation, and Greg, the host, asks what I do for a living. My wife chimes in with, he manages a insert fast food chain, and it certainly comes with some benefits. I'm assuming she's referring to the free food, but she said it in a voice that implied nothing was wrong with what she had said. She was not judging me, wasn't coming down on me, anything like that. I quickly corrected her and told him, no, I'm a pilot. My wife already knows how insecure I am about my job and how I'd much rather be introduced by my hobby. I mean, I've earned the title of pilot through my over 500 hours on simulation and thousands of dollars put into my craft. I think it is incredibly disrespectful for her to not acknowledge my skills and training.
That makes Mo a professional soccer player.
Touche.
All the hours you've been playing on FIFA, you're a professional soccer player
The
now.
next Messi.
Guess what? I'm a billionaire because I watch Succession.
There you go. There's your training, right?
Yes.
I have been working out about 80% of my life. I am a world-class trainer.
Oh, guess what else I am? I am a Michelin star chef because I watch Top Chef.
Just because I don't have the title of pilot on an overpriced piece of paper doesn't mean I'm not a pilot.
That pesky FAA.
I laughed it off with the host, Greg, and told him under my breath that my wife was often forgetful, which I'm sure he's realized just from working with her. He seemed to brush it off casually.
Wow.
At this point, I'm fuming, but I don't go much farther than exchanging some nasty glances at my wife for the rest of the night. As we pack into the car to leave, the argument starts. She feels as if I don't deserve my title as pilot because I'm not professional. I told her she's completely insensitive to the work I've done and she will never understand what it's like to study so much. Keep in mind, she's a senior software engineer, so she doesn't know what it's like to study. She's currently on the couch as I type this. Am I really the a-hole for asking to be respected?
Yes.
Yes.
100%. If I wouldn't trust you behind the controller or the wheel of a plane,
The yoke.
The yoke, is that what it's called? If you can't yoke the yoke, you ain't a pilot, buddy.
Yeah.
He's no pilot.
Right.
No.
I mean, so in his defense, I get it because those simulation exercises are like, that's what you would do to train to be a pilot. But if you've never flown a plane and you don't have the piece of paper calling you a pilot, you're not a pilot. Yeah.
It's forcing us to be dismissive of his hobby. I don't want to be dismissive of his hobby. It seems he's very passionate. He's put a lot of hours, money, etc. But he is being dismissive to pilots by calling himself one when he is not.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for boarding A-Hole Air. I am your captain, even though I don't have a license.
Yes.
Yes,
A lot of
it's an A-hole.
turbulence in that relationship.
A lot. And on that flight.
Deservingly so.
The Bert Show.
Like what you just watched? Well, you can get way more of The Bert Show on Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, or wherever you get your favorite podcasts.